Right, a name has emerged, and I like the name. Well, the name's irrelevant actually. There's nothing behind the name, but I like certainly like this name more than the 2015 names that have been getting linked to over the last 48 hours. Cody Gakpo. Now he plays off the left, and you're like, oh yeah, because we've got loads of them, Steve. And he plays up front. 23 years of age, from PSV, values 30 to 35 million. Is he any good? He might be. He was very close to being Player of the Year last season in Eredivisie. Finished the campaign on 21 goals and 15 assists in 46 games in all competitions, which is an incredible return. He had a goal involvement every 93 minutes across all competitions last season for PSV. Very, very, very strong numbers. He's 6'2". He is large. He's imposing as a winger, and he's a good size for a striker. It allows him to hold off defenders. It makes him a powerful runner, and he's got agility. He's got acceleration, which makes him a live wire with both the ball at his feet and whence. Jesus, went back to 17th century, Stephen. When he's got the ball at his feet. His combined expected goal involvement for last season ranked him as the fourth best attacking threat in the league. He's also a high volume shooter, gets 3.71 shots per 90 in the league. Only Tadic created more chances per 90 than Gakpo did in Eredivisie last season. And he is such a danger out wide, but he has the ability to create and come in centrally and create when he drifts as well. 2.8 key passes per 90 last season, which means that he's looking to play through his teammates as well as just finishing stuff off. Very, very good trait for him to have, not just someone who's twatting it and hoping for the best, but isn't actually a footballer with a brain. He's definitely both of those things. What's a good sign, though, is that he doesn't shy away from defensive duties, which is a positive, I would say. He offers a big threat in the transition. You see him doing aggressive counter-attacking. I actually think that there's a real fucking player here, to be honest. He gets back out and helps out his fullback, showing determination and showing work rate. There's been a lot of talk about him being utilised as a striker, and although he definitely does receive the ball centrally, I think he's probably one of those that just suits it being a little bit wider. I'm not going to say Terry Henry vibes where you can start a little bit wider and as you mature come centrally, but that's the sort of mentality I'm thinking. He creates, he scores. I wouldn't mind seeing it down the centre. He's got speed, he's got strength, he's got agility, he's got ball control. I'm not going to say he's undefendable, but these are the traits that sort of stack up for that sort of thing. Cuts inside, he's got a rocket on him in shooting situations. Performances last season won him the Golden Shoe. He's also been voted Europe's best Eredivisie by Dutch journalists. Manchester United should be looking in this category, and I really do get the impression Ten Hag either doesn't trust the scouts or isn't getting the reports that we want from the scouts. Look who he's signing. It's Eredivisie Central at the moment. Why is that? Maybe because our scouts are suggesting Rabiot, Arnautovic and others that have either peaked or are a nightmare. I'm going to have to be honest, this feels more like a Ten Hag signing than Rabiot, even though that looks extremely on, doesn't it, at the moment? Or even Milinkovic-Savic, or even Arnautovic. And I would rather roll with this over any of those. I think Gakpo's unproven at the very highest level. I think he's had an incredible season. I think he shows good potential and has good flashes. But the jury has to be out on him. The price is a good price for what you're getting. I think that's a fair price. It's not the sort of 80 million that we've been quoted for Anthony, of course. I think this seems like a sensible addition to the squad that brings in a player of the sort of level of personality that we're looking for. But the step up from Eredivisie, as it is from Bundesliga, as it is from Ligue 1, is a big one. Some quality players can make the transition. Some players take a year and then they're fine. Some players never make the transition. Cody Gakpo is an unknown quantity, but he scored and created a hell of a lot last season. We saw similar numbers from Sancho, and we then saw Sancho unable to recreate those numbers when he got to the Premier League. Is Gakpo going to be the same, or would he work within a system that Ten Hag's created? It remains to be seen, but there's an exciting prospect there, and I think that's something that we don't have necessarily in the squad at the moment. I think obviously you've got the potential of Garnacho, but it's literally completely unproven in comparison to what Gakpo's done. So it's going to be an interesting one. Let's see if this one starts developing, because the rumours have seemingly come from nowhere. Don't know if there's any substance to him yet, but thought it was worth delving into him a little bit today and seeing what we think. And on the first impressions, that's all I've had a chance to do, really. First impressions, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot more than Rabiot, a hell of a lot more.
Real fan ownership, real fan input, real fan change, real fan power. 50 plus 1, we can go better than that. 100 plus none. Download our app, view the free content, read about the club, that's fine. But if you want more, become a member. To vote, to go behind the scenes, to make an impact, interact with a global community around the world, influencing how we grow, where we play, club ethics and values. The more members we have, the faster we grow. Support the club, run the club, own the club. This is ours and no one will take it away. The future is in all our hands.